Hello, Leo. Welcome to your Teen Tarot Scope. This is Gwendolyn from Readings by Gwendolyn. And I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who's been watching and subscribing while I've been making these videos this week. This channel just got to the 1,000 subscriber mark, and that's all thanks to you guys. So just a thank you again. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it enough. And it's really amazing for me to see that all of you are watching. And I also really enjoy responding to your comments. So feel free to comment on any of the videos or ask questions or give your input and feedback. And also if you have ideas for videos that you'd like to see, happy to make those as well. One other thing I'd like to say before I start with the Leo Tarot Scope is that I've got a course coming up soon here in November sometime, and that's going to be released through Daily Ohm. So I will let you guys know as that becomes available. It's going to be learn the major arcana in 2 days. So I'll let you know when that comes out, and then stay tuned for that. So here is Leo of teen. Let's see what's coming up for Leo. A number of you have also asked about this deck that I use for these tarot scopes, and this is the Morgan Greer. It's one of my favorite decks. I really love the coloring in it. I love the vibrancy of the images, and I love like the close-up. It's sort of like a close-up version of the Rider-Waite, but some of the imagery is different. So I really love this deck, and then I'm going to put a link to it in the description because some of you have been asking about it. So Leo, let's see what's going on first. In the first part of the month, you have Emperor in reverse. So Emperor is traditionally a card of authority, structure, law and order, hierarchy, power, control, rigidity, inflexibility, but also stability. It's someone who is at the top of the hierarchy on things, who commands a kingdom, but he is in reverse. So there may be a way in which you are coming into conflict with law and order, or you're coming into conflict with structure, or structure is presenting itself to you in a way that is upside down. It can also mean this can mean like a father figure, a grandfather, an uncle, someone who is a patriarch in the family, or it can just mean the patriarchy itself, like in terms of political process or any sort of law, order, rules, or regulation. But because it's in the reverse position, this could also mean that whatever it is that represents that authority, that patriarchy, that patriarch is in decline, or is in ill health, or is in disorder. So there's some way that decline or disorder of the patriarch or patriarchy is appearing for you, Leo. And it's also saying that it's blocking a new beginning coming for you. Because it's in reverse, it's sort of like when things are thrown into chaos. That's what's going on. And you have this new beginning. This is Ace of Coins. This is like the universe presenting you with new money, new job, new chapter on things, new lifestyle. It has to do with coins or pentacles, which is the physical realm. So that is things to do with money, material possessions, your values. You want something new here, and the universe is wanting to give you a new thing here. It's a new project, a new endeavor, a new culmination of something. However, it's being blocked. It's in reverse, so it's being suppressed. It's there. The vitality of it and the energy for this new thing is there. The world wants to give it to you, but it's being suppressed because of this disorder. So, for example, if there's laws being broken, then that's stopping this good thing coming to you. Or if there's disorder and chaos, it's tripping up the beginning or this promise, this money that's coming to you, because of all this chaos. Like there'd be a way in which this needs to complete in order for this to right itself. So like once law and order and structure, or the finality of that disorder or chaos or deterioration is happening, then the new Ace of Pence, new lifestyle unlocks, new money, new job, new things coming to you. So right now, it's not until Emperor, or the energy of dissipating Emperor, completes that you're going to get that new beginning. And that's all happening at the beginning of the month. That's a big focus for the beginning of the month, is that this new feeling of freshness, vibrancy. I feel a new chapter coming on. I feel money coming to me. I feel all the stuff the universe wants to hand me. But because of all this chaos, lack of order, dissipation, the patriarch or the patriarchy in dissolution and decay, that can't happen right now. So that's the theme for the beginning part of the month for you, Leo. And also there is a lot of tradition, stability, spirituality present. So Hierophant is generally like a priest or a bishop or someone who has access to the spiritual realm and says, this is the way things always go. You know, things will remain the same. Things are, you know, going according to how society plans for them to go. Things, this is another card of structure. It's different from Emperor in the sense that it usually has to do with society's mores, like doing things in a traditional way. And yet it also has a spiritual component. So it can be like teaching card. It can be like, what can I learn from this? It's what Hierophant does is these two keys represent secret knowledge that he has possession of. But it's still hidden. It's in a box. It's locked away. It's only available to a few. And he shares with us the secrets that he knows, but he does not know everything. So there's a certain amount of, what this card is telling me, there's a certain amount of humility that you need to have. He usually likes to think he knows everything, or he has enough humility to realize he doesn't know everything, but he has access to secret knowledge because he's such a spiritual, he's at the top of the spiritual, societal, traditional religion or organization. So there may be some way in which the traditions are holding things up for this new beginning to come. You know, you may have to wait for things like, if it's tradition that money is going to be passed down from one generation to another, or if it's going to be like people are participating in a group, they're doing things in a very stabilized, normalized way. Like there's some way that Hierophant is saying you need to do it the way that it's always been done. And that would be very upsetting to Empress here. If you can relate to Empress, Empress delights in all the pleasures of the world. She's full, she's abundant, she's fertile. She represents sensual satisfaction as well. I mean, you've just got the waterfall happening here. You've got flowers in bloom. You've got the heart. You've got, you know, she's basically sitting pretty on a throne. You've also got this harvest imagery of the wheat. So everything, I think of it as like very much a summer card where things are in full bloom, things are ripe. You know, it's just like everything is usually in the Rider-Waite to there's stars above her head. Empress is just lusciousness, in essence. And there's a way in which this traditionalism is kind of stunting her. It's throwing her into reverse. So having to do things the old, tried, true, tested ways is making Empress upside down. It's kind of like, it's not giving you access to all the goodness in the world. It's not letting things ripen. It's not letting things, you'd be feeling like with Emperor in reverse also, it'd be like all these rules, all this red tape, all this dysregulation. It's making things go really slow and by the book. And it's making me feel blocked to receive all the good things in the world. That's both echoed in Ace of Coins and Empress. These are both very rich, full cards. This is a Venus card. Venus represents all things that we enjoy, all things that are good, beneficial to us, you know, sensual pleasures, money, beauty, music, all those things. These are both in reverse. So these cards, disorder and chaos, or rules that are too strict. Even it could even be a lack of rules. It's just not rules in order and in balance. So it's either rules that are too strict or rules that are too loose. It could be anarchy. But this is telling me it has to do with tradition and things going in their normal course that is throwing this Empress. It's preventing you from gaining fullness, vibrancy, riches, from feeling like you are full and complete. So I would say in the first part of the month, there's going to be some way, Leo, in which not adhering to the rules or having rules seem like they're too strict or having no rules in place at all or breaking them is preventing this new beginning, this new money coming into you, this new reward, and feeling like you have to do everything by the book, feeling like tradition and society is governing things, is making you feel like you don't have access to your fullness, that there is some block to your harvest and vibrancy and completeness and you know, your flowering of that is there, but it's being suppressed, blocked, not being allowed because of all of this adherence to rules energy, or doing things the way that they should be done according to society and tradition. That's the first part of the month for you, Leo. You just have to wait this one out. Whatever's going on with Emperor, you know, decay, decline, chaos, disorder. It won't, the new chapter that you want, that you see coming, is not going to happen until that completes, until that writes itself. And also too, one thing I want to point out is that Empress and Emperor, these are a natural pair that rule an empire or a household or a endeavor or a business. These two are separated, and both in reverse. So neither one of them is feeling content and happy in the situation. And what's separating them is this new beginning and then clashing with how things have always been done. So there is a way in which tradition is kind of winning out here, and it's blocking this new beginning, new ways of doing things. So that's just being held back until the Emperor situation rights itself. For the middle of the month, you have, let's see, you've got the Four of Cups here. You've got Two of Coins. You have Ten of Wands, or rods, or clubs. And then you have King of Coins in reverse. So, I'll start with King of Coins, actually. King of Coins is a man who has provided very well for himself. He is the king of the material world. So you can see in this card, there are grapevines that are in full harvest. They're ready. They're bursting forth with, you know, sweetness. And it's basically like he's tended to things well over time. Therefore, he's accumulated a lot of wealth. And King of Coins is a very entrepreneurial card. He's like the card of business. He's a great businessman. He often is at the head of a business, or he works for himself. So, and in the regular deck of playing cards, he corresponds with King of Diamonds, King of Coins, King of Diamonds. It's all the same thing. But in regular playing cards, he is the only one-eyed king. So one difficulty for him is only seeing things from his own point of view. That's the low side of this card. The high side of this card is that he knows how to manage things. He knows how to create wealth. But when he's in reverse, I think that he's displaying the low side of this card, which is seeing things only from his point of view. So what I'm going to say, Leo, is that if there is a way in the middle of the month in which you are only seeing things from your point of view, or you're dealing with someone who is that way, see if you can open up dialogue where your point of view is considered as well as others, whether you're playing the King of Coins role or someone else is. This is often traditionally portrayed as a earth sign like Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So it could be someone in the earth sign, but it could also be you. It just depends on how you're relating to that. Your interaction with that person, or your embodiment of King of Coins on the low side, just seeing things from your own point of view, is creating a lot of burdens for you. The Ten of Wands is oppression, carrying too much, feeling like you've got a heavy burden, feeling like you have to carry a lot, like your back is breaking, feeling like you've had to carry things for a long time. These two are in conjunction. This oppression and this carrying things has to do with this King of Coins person, this King of Pence in reverse. So it may be that whatever strife you're feeling in the middle of the month has to do with stubbornness of this King of Coins. That could be you, that could be the other person. He's even got, the Taurus bull horns here, that stubbornness. So that's not a strength of King of Coins. He's strong in terms of, like a bull, being able to plow through something and is very strong and is very able to plow that field, able to make the grapes happen, may keep them watered, keep it on a rigid schedule. That's King of Coins. He knows business and he knows how to produce results, but he can be a little stubborn. He can be like, I know what's right and nobody else matters. And your interaction with that, whether it's interacting with another person or whether it is displaying from your personality, that's creating a lot of oppression for you, a lot of weariness, feeling like you have to carry everything. This could even mean you're tired of making all the decisions. You want somebody else to make the decision. You want to hand it off to somebody else. I mean, that could, one of the relief strategies for Ten of Wands energy is letting go and putting down some of these wands that you're carrying. So you want to let some things go in the middle of the month because maybe you're tired of managing everything, and that, I guess with these two cards together, I would say look at what it is that you can put down. If you're managing a lot, see if you can give yourself some relief from this Ten of Wands energy, but putting down whatever's not necessary. That's going to help you in the middle of the month. And also, the high side of this card, Ten of Clubs, is teacher energy. Ten of Clubs can be a great teacher. So this is collecting thoughts and through experience, and it can be burdensome. It could be like the mind has a mind of its own. But if you think about what it is that you can offload by teaching others from your experience, that creates relief for Ten of Wands. So think about that in the middle of the month. Think about if there's something that you can put down and not manage, give it to somebody else, as well as engage them with their points of view. That relieves this King of Pence in reverse energy. That's going to help. Also in the middle of the month, there is Four of Cups energy, which is this card. It's a figure who is completely focused on themselves and what's right in front of them that they fail to see the cup that is being offered to them from the universe. And cups represent our heart, our emotion. So this could be like a new relationship being offered to you. This could be some sort of sweetness. This could be a passion or an endeavor that your heart is filled by, but you're so focused on what it is you're doing that you already enjoy, or what it is that you already have, that your attention is there, and you miss out on what else could be coming to you. Like this could be just staying within your own circle of friends, when this could be someone else that you would be able to meet if you weren't so focused on just your own world. Or it could be that 3 is usually collaborative, creative number, and spontaneity is also a 3 keyword. So there may be a way in which, by being more spontaneous you can open yourself up to the next level of stability. 4 is a number of stability. So if you just stick in the 3 section, there is some creativity there, but if you can open yourself up to 4, 4 creates order and stability. This actually, I'm going to say, can help you. These are both 4 numbers. So by opening yourself up to more things that you love, more things that you enjoy, perhaps being more social, like 3 of Cups, that you can create that 4 stability in your world, which kind of creates more order, which is the writing of turning Emperor back right side up. So creating order. I know that might be a little out there and esoteric. It might be hard to make all those leaps. But what I will say is that if you are just, the lesson of this card is that if you are just focused on your own world and what's right in front of you, you miss opportunities. And things stay at a lower level, like at the 3 level, instead of moving on to the 4 level. So it's like a stunting of development. I know that's a lot of reading in that card, but there's a lot there, especially in correspondence, a 4 card. And look, I mean, here, I'm going to actually skip a little ahead, but because there's correspondence here, here is that 4th cup. This is the thing. This is the new beginning. Also corresponds to this new beginning. You know, these are both aces. There's double aces in this reading. So there's a lot of new vibrant energy. This is new lifestyle, new physical possessions, new money. This is new filling of the heart. So new relationship, new passion, new thing that your heart loves. This dove is just like, you know, it's the glorious card. This is a card I call Cup Runneth Over. But you're going to miss that card, or that card is going to be blocked from you if you don't focus on catching it or seeing it. Like this is actually the same card here. This is the Ace of Cups coming into the 3 of Cups situation. So this card is that Ace of Cups being handed to you. What it's saying to me with all of these lining up is that if you are just totally preoccupied with yourself, also echoes with what this King of Coins is saying. If you just see things as being your own way and only from your point of view, and you're only seeing things like that are right in front of you, not considering other people's points of view, or you're not opening yourself up to new ideas, you're gonna miss the thing that fills your heart and that you love the most. That creates the 4 of Cups. This is the extra cup that you don't want to miss. So be careful. Be careful of not being too rigid. I mean, Emperor in reverse, too rigid, potentially. King of Pence in reverse, too rigid. This is missing out on opportunities because you're focused on yourself. This is, you know, an Ace of Cups, something that's going to fill your heart with such joy, a new beginning, that is in reverse. It's being blocked because of this 4 of Cups energy, and because Emperor is out of whack. Also, this Ace of Coins wants to come to you. It's right there waiting, but it's blocked. So be open and be flexible is a huge message for you in this. It also relates to this card. This is 2 of Coins. What this card is, it's a juggler, and he's juggling 2 coins. So this, in the Rider-Waite, he's standing on 1 foot. And it's a card of, it can mean that you're unstable, that you're like on 1 foot, it's hard to balance. But it also means being able to be adaptable and flexible. So the fact that it's here in the upright position tells me that you have that available to you. You have that possibility. It's saying be flexible, be adaptable. Again, consider both sides of the story. Consider, you know, if there's money changing hands, sometimes 2 of Coins can be like joint finances or a contract or a way in which two worlds of the physical realm are coming together or joining forces, or you're having to make a choice between them. Be flexible and be adaptable. Like keep both of those balls in the air. You don't want to be too rigid and just like drop one. You want to, the way that 2 of Coins shows strength is through adaptability, flexibility, being able to move and change with changing conditions. So that is a huge, huge message for me, for you, yes, for me, for you first. That is a huge message that's coming to me for you first, Leo, is be flexible, be adaptable. Don't be rigid. It's only going to create burdens and oppression for you if you see things from your own point of view. It's interesting. Here's another row: Ace of Coins, Two of Coins, Seven of Coins. This card is also known as the Millionaire's card. Seven of Coins is, again, that harvest that's being planted and tended over time, and it reaps the rewards, just like this King of Coins card. But because it's in reverse, it is saying this can be blocked for you unless this new beginning not be able to launch or happen unless you are able to be flexible and be adaptable and consider different sides in the story, different benefits of different people. Be flexible, be adaptable. That's what's going to unlock this money development from Ace to 2 to 7. That's money growing over time. Be careful. What you want to do is write this. You want to make this turn right back up. You want that new thing to come. You want this harvest of coins over time. You can't do that while Emperor's out of whack. You can't do that while King of Coins is out of whack. You need to be a good business person, and you need to say maybe you aren't being a very good business person right now, or you're dealing with someone who's not a good business person. So seeing things from other people's point of view is what brings the King of Coins back into alignment. Okay, so that's these things. You have a lot of promise in the end of the month, end of August. You have Ace of Cups, one of the best cards of the deck. Fills your heart, my cup runneth over. You have Seven of Coins, the Millionaire's card, the Farmer, the harvest from patient, enduring work. And actually, that's another message of this card, is patience and endurance. If he picks those coins, those are represented in a agricultural garden. If he reaps his harvest too soon, the grapes are sour if they're harvested too soon. Same with, anything like apples, whatever. If you harvest something too soon, it's sour. So there's some patience called forth in this card. The fact that it's in reverse tells me that maybe you're not having the patience that you need. But these are there for you. These cards are wonderful cards of promise, fulfillment, something you completely love, passion, a new beginning, cup runneth over. This is, I'm reaping rewards over time. I'm deliberating. I'm considering things. Take some time to deliberate, reassess, change directions if you need to. Those are all meanings of this card. And then the very last part of the month, you are having, this is a lot of anxiety and tension and worry. This is kind of like a worrywart card. Nine of Swords. Swords represent the mental element, so those represent our thoughts. And this Nine of Swords shows, binding and anxiety and tension and fear and just worry is how I interpret this card a lot. And it's a lot of anxiety. It's like the kind of thing that can keep you up at night. One thing I always point out in this card is that you're usually fighting by yourself, and there may be some legitimate concerns or problems that you're having, but don't make them into like 3 times as much. In this card, really there might be 2 or 3 problems that are actually involved in the situation, but don't make those 2 or 3 problems into 9 problems. Like, don't make mountains out of molehills is what this card says. And don't worry needlessly. Don't fight against yourself. You need to calm yourself down. You're fighting in a battle on your own with this card. And then there's someone involved that it looks like it's another fire sign. Leo, this could be you. So it could be Leo, Sag, or Aries. And Queen of Rods is someone who she knows her own mind. She's very vibrant. She's very attractive. Has a lot of great energy. She's original. She's bold. somehow there are worries related to her. So if this is you, Leo, you could be driving yourself crazy by overthinking things. That's one interpretation. Or if this is someone else, another fire sign, you might be having worries related to them. All these swords are pointing to her. So there might be some way in which you're worried about her, or you're having concerns or anxieties that are related to her, or that she's causing you some sort of mental disturbance, like she's causing you to be anxious about something. But and there is a way in too in which she is going head to head with this King of Coins. So if there's someone in charge of the business that you're involved with, or someone who is ahead of their business, she's going head to head with them. And that would be causing a lot of stress for you. So Leo, you might just want to ask, but ultimately she's in the upright position too. She knows herself. She knows her own mind. So ultimately, she's successful in this situation. So if you're worried about her, don't worry about her that much. It's needless worry. She's going to be all right in the situation. Or if she's causing you worry, just remember that you're fighting that battle in your own head. Don't make more of it than it is. So that's a reading for you for Teen Leo. Just to recap, I would say make sure that you're flexible, stay open, and adaptable to ever-changing situations. Be sure that you see things from other people's point of view. Be sure that you are the high side of the King of Coins, or that you try to deal with people from the high side of King of Coins way. Don't block yourself from whatever new beginning is coming. Make sure that if there are rules to be followed, that you're following them. Don't break rules. Don't create disorder. Let things evolve as they naturally, traditionally do. As it might be a slower pace than you really want, but that's going to bring you this new vibrancy, fullness, completion. It's going to bring you the new things that are coming. And stay open to seeing, things outside of yourself. That's going to be huge for you. And at the end of the month, see if you catch yourself worrying or having stress or anxiety. See if, especially in regards to a fire sign woman or confident, attractive, bold woman, see if you can calm yourself down with that, because this Nine of Swords energy isn't really doing you any good. Okay, Leo, I hope that answers some questions for you or gives you a good picture of this. Again, I just want to thank everyone who's been watching and subscribing. I really appreciate it. And also feel free to comment. I really enjoy replying to your comments. So thanks everybody for watching.